We are pleased to welcome you, the listeners, to the first ever GG's Past Meets Present conversation, where we pair up current GG student athletes with GG's alumni to discuss experiences, aspirations, and the significance of Black History Month. Today, we are fortunate to be joined by GG's alumnus and two-time Canadian Olympian Segun Makinde. Segun's international success includes 2 top 5 performances at the World University Games, 2 gold medals at the 2013 Jeux de la Francophonie, and twice being selected for the 4x100 meters Canadian Olympic relay teams both in 2012 and 2016. He is joined today by current GG student athlete and member of the track and field team, Stephanie Lapolice. Stephanie, can you start us off by telling the listeners a little bit about yourself and maybe touch on some of your aspirations?
Well, right now I'm finishing up my degree, so I'm last semester of my degree in health sciences. And I've been on the track team since I started, so it's my 4th year. Honestly, I've loved running all my life. It's a bit bittersweet that I'm finishing my time as a GG and not being able to compete, but I'm hoping to see, I'll see where I go with track in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to pursue it. So I'm applying to masters right now, and hopefully I'll be able to run again in the next couple of years and see where it takes me. So
that's cool.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, Segun.
No worries.
So I guess we'll dive in, and just wondering, how was your experience as a GG?
My experience as a GG, lots of fun, I think, I'd say. If I have to go back and try to remember, I had a lot of fun. It was a good experience. I, was able to meet some pretty cool people and help to kind of grow and be a part of the development of the GGs on the track side, and help kind of put Ottawa on the map. So very fortunate to be a part of that experience, and just making a name for ourselves and for the GGs. Yeah.
Nice. And what was one of your most memorable moments as a GG?
I'd probably have to say we CIS at the time, which is I guess youth sports now, but we had the youth sports championships in Winnipeg, and we ended up running. We ended up winning the 4x2 and the 4x4. I don't know if anybody's listening. It's just those it's the relays in track and field, and they usually take place at the end of the meet. And it was pretty cool because I had my brother who was on the team. I have a younger brother who was on the team, Tolu. Shout out to Tolu. And then I had 2 training partners, so Mike and Devin. And so it kind of just happened that we won the 4x2, which was super cool, and we ended up breaking the record, I believe, in that, which is pretty awesome. And then we kind of came back, the 4 of us, again to run the 4x4 and win that as well. So that was a pretty cool moment for all of us.
Wow. Those are some pretty good titles, and I think the 4x2 record is still standing, if I'm not mistaken.
That's good. I'll take that. Hope it stands for a long time. That's what it
is. So what have you been up to since graduating?
Since graduating, I've mostly focused a lot of my time on training. I'm very fortunate to have representing Canada while I was in school. So while I was getting my degree. Okay, wow. Shout out to Telford School of Management, and I got my degree in marketing. And so I kind of just took the time afterwards. I graduated in 2014 to get ready for potentially 2020 and 2016. So 2016 happened, and then getting ready for 2020, which didn't happen last year, but hopefully will happen this year.
Hopefully.
So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. And so I've just been kind of focusing a lot of my time just to, seeing how much I can get out of myself on physically in the sport. And then, away from that too, I've been doing a lot of speaking. I really enjoy doing that, and kind of just inspiring people and, helping them to kind of think a bit bigger than maybe how they're currently thinking, and challenge them a little bit, and maybe inspire some confidence in them to go after things that they maybe think that they can't go after. I started a podcast called the Olympian podcast. Slight plug for my podcast. You can go check that out. It's pretty cool. And so, that's been one of my platforms that I've been using to kind of go out there and inspire people.
Nice. And you said, so you went to the Olympics for Canada, and I think it was 2012 and 2016.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How was that? How was your Olympic experience?
I think it's everything that you can imagine it could be and more, 100%. There's nothing, I don't think that, obviously there's nothing like it. So, and even to go watch, I think if you have the ability somehow, if you're able to go and just take in the games, even as a spectator, I think that alone is an experience in itself. And so, as much as it's super cool to have been a part of the games representing Canada, I think even going to be able to watch and see everything that takes place is, just, I think, as incredible as well.
And are you still doing sprints, or are you trying to change events for 2021?
I still sprint. I still do. I still sprint. I think something that, I've been doing recently is the hurdles.
Okay, nice.
And I did hurdles before for a while, but I think I just started to take it a little bit more seriously. And so I think that's hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see what happens if I can go for the hurdles, but I still sprint as well.
Okay, nice. And do you prefer sprints or hurdle?
Well, the funny thing, like hurdling in a way is sprinting. It's obviously over barriers and stuff like that. So I don't mind it. I like hurdles just because I think it's a bit of an art, and it's very unique, I think, to the individual. A lot of the basics are the same, but then you kind of take it and you kind of make it your own. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot more technicalities as well, but still a good time. And finally, what does Black History Month mean to you?
Great question. I think, Black History Month, as much as it's a time, I think, to, look back and remember, I think for me, it kind of also means, or stands for hope and potential to change the future and change what happens next. And so for me, I think Black History Month is it's an opportunity. It's a really great opportunity to look back and reflect, and at the same time, look forward to, like, okay, we remember a lot of the, bad, I don't want to say bad things, but we remember a lot of the things that happened that weren't great. Right. And that doesn't have to be a part of our history going forward. And what I mean by that is, like, we don't have to hold on to that so much. Does that kind of make sense? I might not be making sense.
Yeah.
But I think in my whole point being this, I think it's a really good opportunity to kind of take those experiences and take, the good things that happened, and use that going forward to make some serious change and to inspire the next generation of individuals, Black individuals, colored individuals, BIPOC individuals who are going to come afterwards, and inspire them to do something great.
Nice, yeah. Highlighting all the greatness that can be achieved and that is achieved right now, and also acknowledging all the history and all the ones that came before us.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. I think it's what you focus on is what you get. And so what we choose to focus on in the past also influences what we choose to focus on going forward. And if we choose to focus on those good things and the learning experiences going forward, we'll be able to create more of those incredible experiences going forward, not just for ourselves, but again, for the generations that come after us.
Exactly. Well, I think that's all I had. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, Segun. And I wish you all the best for the 2021 season. and hopefully you will achieve all your goals.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me. It was an honor to be here.